You want a close up of that? Alright, y'all, we have a. Did I just knock the camera out of position? I've got a. Everything was working on this lock, except it wouldn't actuate the. Let me back up a little bit. So it wouldn't actuate the. It wouldn't make it turn. Like all the pro codes worked and all that. So there are 4 screws. This is probably not advisable by Schlage. But since this one came off the door and the lady just said junk it, I figured I would take it apart and see why it wasn't doing what it was doing. So I've never taken one of these. This is the Schlage FE595, or whichever one is the one that allows you to thumb turn, unlock and lock it. So I have it off the door and I've got it apart. It was just 4 screws holding it on. And like I said, the programming code worked, the regular code worked, but when you put the code in, the green light turned, but it wouldn't go. So I'm assuming and I'm going to take this apart. This is the inside. You normally never see this. And we have this spring mechanism here. And if you look right in the middle, there's a peg. And I'm assuming that spring has to line up perfectly with the peg. But if I carefully take this off and flip it over, you can see it's basically just, what is that, a little servo motor or something. So presumably it is not firing off, or it was not, something was going on with it, because everything worked except for when you went to open the door. It wouldn't you know, open, wouldn't work. So if I can figure it out, but I'm guessing it's just a bad motor or servo deal here, which I could probably switch out. But when I took this apart, there were 2 little white, and that's why I started videoing this, but there were 2 little white things in the spring, and I wasn't quite sure what that was or how they got there, but they were there. So basically what happens is, in this position, this seems to just stop on this plastic guide right here. But when you put the code in, or when you turn this, which would unlock the lock, it pushes that down, which pushes this whole plastic piece down. So presumably when it's unlocked and you put the code in, somehow this moves it down. So maybe that peg's there for a reason. Maybe that spring just has to be just right. I don't know why, but we're going to plug it up and see. But anyway, what happens is when that guide goes down, it pushes in. This is just a peg, a spring-loaded peg, and normally I guess it wouldn't turn, and then maybe when it pushes down, there's a channel in here that peg goes in, and when it locks it in. Let's see if I can do this correctly. I hadn't been feeling real great, and I've been really busy, probably just tired from the past couple of days, so I haven't done any videos, and I'm not my usual chipper self, so sorry about that. So without that peg in, when you turn the handle, it does not turn this, but when you push the peg in and turn the handle, it allows it to turn. And if we take that off and this off, we can see that channel that it's going in there. So presumably just servo motor thing is not working, or just the spring was out of line. So what I'm going to do first to test it, is go ahead and plug it up with it off the door. And plug it in. Ooh, hello. That was, whatever just happened there was interesting. Did y'all catch that? I'm gonna go back on the video. I wasn't even watching what happened there when I plugged it in, but okay, stay. I'm gonna watch this time. Woo! Okay, so it does work. You want a close up of that? Okay, well that was fun. I wasn't expecting that at all, so it definitely works. It's got something to do with this spring for sure. Okay, I guess let's just plug it in and leave it plugged in, maybe. I don't want that spring to shoot out and hit me. Woo! Stop it! Okay, so, I'm gonna reset this real quick to the base code, which was, programming code was, wait. Oops. Okay, hold on. Alright, and then and we're gonna add a code, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beep. Okay, so that is done. Now let's figure out why it is not actuating. So that would be pushing the pin down. We don't want that. We want it to be pushed up. So we're going to move the spring here. And then we're going to hold it and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it doesn't do anything. Just blinks green. So, what do y'all think, guys? Ooh, stop it. Hey.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Thanks. What the heck is that? Oh, mail supplies. Okay, so it doesn't do anything. But like, it works, obviously. Okay, now we're going to dewire it and see what's going on. So let's take this little sucker out of here. Quite sure this is not recommended, y'all. Just doesn't do anything. So I presume it pushes out or pulls in. It looks like it's stuck all the way out. So I guess just that part's bad. Made in China.
Components, American components, Russian components, all made in
and
China.
while we got it off, if y'all want to look at what's under here. Come on over. So there's your keypad. Back of the buttons have the little doodads and Ingersoll Rand right there. Let's see. Oh, we can keep taking it apart. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. So, what you got going on here? I wonder if Schlage will send me a new little doodad. I think I'm going to tweet them and see. Because otherwise it's perfectly good. There's just something wrong with this thing. Which, if we had our wonderful Radio Shack still here, I could probably just go buy a new one. I don't know though. It's probably got to be just that size, and that would probably be impossible to find. Hold on, let me take a picture of this. Screenshot. So let's plug it all back together, and I will tweet them and see if it's even a possibility. I'm sure they're gonna say, no, buy a new one. But I don't want to buy a new one, Shake. How does this go back together? This thing goes. Oh, this thing went here. Wires traveled around, this snapped down like this, and everything was nice and sealed up with this. Which, when your keypad, so you can feasibly take this apart and clean your keypad, in case you're wondering, because they get nasty. So you can take that off and clean it. I'm sure that's against warranty. I can go into a new business, cleaning Schlage keypads. So that's that. I guess I'll post what I hear back from Schlage. And if I hear back from them in time, I will maybe get an answer and post it in this video. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, pretty much dead when that dies. And unless Schlage sells that part, or you can order that part. Plus what? See, it's not doing it now. Let's let it die for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's see what happens. Ooh, Okay, well, let me. I'm gonna do a short video so that I can tweet it to Schlage and see what they say. Hey Schlage, just wondering if we can get this part. Works when you plug it in, it spins around, but when you put in the code, it doesn't do anything. So, is this an available part? Thanks.